Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Hearing senior speeches almost every week for the past 4 years could not have prepared me for this moment. As I sat down to write this speech each day this past week, I froze. How in the world am I supposed to encapsulate 4 years of growth, 4 years of developing perspectives, 4 years of experiences, 4 years of friendships, and 4 years of meaningful, challenging conversations all in just one speech? I'm still not quite sure, but I'll try. I want to start by sharing a piece of wisdom that Rabbi Alex taught earlier this week. This week's Torah portion is Naso, one of the first chapters in the book of Numbers. The book begins with 2 censuses, including one in Naso, where God instructs Moses on how to count the people. The purpose of any census is to provide a numerical answer as to how many people live in a certain area or fit a certain demographic. In counting, you only provide a number, a statistic, and an individual is often forgotten. This is not the case with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery. We've gotten statistics. Over half of young Black Americans know someone, including themselves, who has been harassed by the police, and African Americans are much more likely to be incarcerated than non-Black Americans. Yet these statistics haven't brought as much of a civic change as the deaths of these individuals and more. An individual's life is beautiful, and it is priceless. It is worth more than a statistic and more than a census. In numbers, we cannot forget the individual, and we have to use the beauty of a human life to mobilize for what is right. Hillel has helped me to find my voice. One of the greatest lessons that I've learned throughout my 4 years at Hillel is how to value my own opinion and realize its contribution. Right now is one of the times that is especially important to be vocal, to speak up against injustice and to support friends and communities around me, but not to drown out the voices of those who are directly affected. However, it is not enough to just use my voice right now. In order to have systematic change, I have to continually speak up, and I have to commit to making the world a more equitable place in the future. I hope that you also all recognize the power in your voices and are able to utilize them for the better. My Hillel journey started a little differently than most. Every college tour that I went on, I took a tour of the Hillel too. I knew that from the second I stepped onto campus, I wanted to be immersed in Jewish life. I was fortunate that as I decided to come to UCLA, Ben Greenberg, who had worked at my temple, was transitioning also to work at Hillel at UCLA on the student life team. So I sent him an email looking to get involved, and he invited me to the student leadership retreat that happened before the Carter even started. I eagerly replied that I would love to be a part of it and got excited to have my first experience as a Bruin. As I showed up to the retreat, I was so nervous and intimidated. I distinctly remember sitting on the stage with Ben and thinking to myself, wow, these people are so intelligent and know how to have such interesting, difficult conversations, and I just don't know how to participate. But as nervous as I was, the student leaders and staff were patient with me, encouraged me, and included me. I felt honored to be part of this space, but I wasn't quite sure where my place was yet. I came back from the retreat, and a few short weeks later, I moved into my dorm. I made my first floor friends, and like nervous freshmen do, we walked around campus to find our classrooms and went to the enormous activities fair together. As we walked down Bruin Walk, I saw many of my new Hillel friends from the retreat, and I waved and said hi to them as I passed. My dorm friends were confused as to how I already knew so many people, and they would even tease me that every time I said hello, they would reply with hello. But I felt proud to have mentors, friends, and a community that I knew would support me from even before day one. The same thing happened at my first Shabbat. Everyone was so excited to welcome me in and also introduce me to other freshmen to find my own community. Even though I was intimidated by the number of people that were there, I finally saw myself finding my place in Hillel. It's crazy that all of a sudden it's my last Shabbat right now. And from then on, I jumped right into leadership. Not only did I want to welcome others in the same way that I was welcomed, but I felt empowered to be in a community of bright and passionate individuals. Wednesdays became my new favorite day of the week, where I got to leave the stressors of navigating independence in college life outside of the Hillel building and reflect, both introspectively and about the world around me. I heard new perspectives, had challenging conversations, and began to use my voice. As much as I loved hearing what other people had to say, they wanted to hear my perspective too. It took me some time to believe that my opinions had as much power as my peers. But once I started finding the value in my own voice, I not only participated in many meaningful conversations, but I created them too. My Hillel experiences since then have been robust. JLFs, interning JLFs, going to Shabazz and hosting Shabazz, Bruin Birthright, ILF, coffee dates, hanging with Hillel, student board, party with Jews, bearing witness board, Mr. Hillel, Welcome Week, Bruins Biyachad, Fish Sish, Laser Tag, Explore LA Day, just to name a few, or a lot. I cannot be more thankful for the experiences that Hillel has both created for me and helped me to create. But to me, Hillel is so much more than these events. It is the community, it is the relationships, it is the space, and it's also the food. Hillel is the coffee bean drinks for engagement coffee dates. Sorry for using the system. It's going to Shabbat, but barely eating until everyone is done because I spent that time serving food so that I could say hi to everybody in the room and go socializing from table to table. It is coming quickly to Hillel between classes or meetings to sit on the couch and hope to get work done, but end up finding friends to talk with and then staying up later at night trying to reconcile the time and finish assignments. It is naps on the third floor couches and lunch at OKT on the second. It is leadership on campus and diverse interests. It is conversation with Holocaust survivors during bearing witness, and it is hanging out with my Jewish friends in our apartments and off campus. It is so many experiences, so many empowering conversations, and so many relationships, so many smiles, and so many memories that I will always cherish. And so there are not enough thanks in the world that I can extend to all of the people who have made Hillel my home on campus. To the CBTL, OKT, front desk, facilities staff, security, and more, especially Anthony and Adrian. Thank you so much for all the smiles, the encouragement, the help in planning and putting on all of the incredible events, and for the constant commitment to making Hillel a better place. It would not be the same without you. To Rachel, Giselle, and David, thank you for the hugs, the smiles, the support, the check-ins, the how are you doings, and all of the behind-the-scenes work that you do. I feel so fortunate to have developed relationships with you, even though you don't always work directly with students. To Rabbi Lerner and the Kaplans, thank you for always welcoming me in, offering wisdom, and for being such incredible role models. You bring such joy, comfort, and solace to Hillel, and I am so glad that I had the opportunities to learn from you and grow closer to you, especially in this past year. To the entire student life team, thank you. Thank you for not only your mentorship, but also your friendship, for the laughs and the support, and for going through life with me. Thank you for letting me come sit in the office and pretend to be part of the team, for learning with me, for snacks, for the encouragement, and for the advice. I love you all so much. Ben, you are my first college friend, and you have been my source of solace over the last 4 years. Thank you for your studying presence, for showing me how to be a leader, and for leading with optimism and grace. Amit, it feels like yesterday that we were sitting under the gazebo at the student life retreat, and then on Birthright together. You have an incredible power to bring laughter and smiles into people's days, and I'm so thankful for you. Maya, you taught me so much, and I have cherished constantly learning with you. Thank you for empowering me, giving me space to step up, and for building a beautiful friendship. Monica, you have been there for me in some of my harder moments, and I'm so grateful. Thank you for listening to me, laughing with me, and being my friend. I will always cherish our friendship. Rabbi Alex, I can't begin to express how honored I was to go to the first Shabbat of the year in your home. All of our conversations continually inspire me, and I hope to emulate my adult Jewish life after yours. Izzy, you bring joy and excitement wherever you go and always have a smile on your face. I admire your positivity and kindness, and I can't wait for our eventual taco outing. Joseph, thank you for the check-ins, asking me how I truly am, and always adding new perspective and wisdom. Thank you for always wanting to listen to what I have to say and for fully hearing me. Jessica, you always have the greatest smile and laugh, and I greatly cherish sharing our stories and background. I deeply admire and hope to embody your commitment to service and social justice. And Danielle, you brought so much intention and love to every conversation that we've had. Thank you for teaching me how to hold space and take space, and for always holding space for me. To all of my friends and my peers, thank you for all of the growth over the last 4 years and for the memories both in and out of Hillel. Some of my fondest memories include lunches and dinners at B-Plate, cooking crepes in my apartment, doing an escape room and kickbacks with JLF, moraling at Dance Marathon, matzo ball or shenanigans, a road trip to Berkeley, going downtown for ramen and mochi, discussing racial identity and understanding my Hispanic heritage, Thai food big little dates in WeHo, sitting around the coffee bean and discussing social issues, late night adventures on Sawtell, concerts, running up to each other and giving the best hugs every time we see each other, and so much more. Thank you for all of the encouragement, the laughs, being there when I needed a shoulder to lean on, and everything in between. Danielle once said that you have friends for a reason, a season, and a lifetime, and you don't know which one is which until you are out of that life period, but I hope that you are all my friends for a lifetime. To Rocky, thank you for not only being one of my closest friends throughout college, but my constant support system. Thank you for being a source of comfort and happiness always, and for encouraging me and giving me space last quarter to become more involved so that I could refine my voice in Hillel. I love you. And to the seniors, Congratulations on graduation. I'm so proud of us and all that we accomplished. I'm so honored to call so many of you lifelong friends. I cannot wait to see where our journey takes us, and I'm so excited to see all of your successes in life. Not only is this week's Torah portion interesting, but so too is this week's Haftarah. In it, an angel comes to the mother of Samson and prophesied him to go off and change the world and Israel. Just as Samson is called out to go out and make a difference, we are faced with a challenging time, and for many people, a blank slate. This is our opportunity to use our voice and skills to make the world a better place. Say yes to as many opportunities as you can, and pursue the things that you're passionate about. This isn't a goodbye, but a see you later. Thank you, Hillel, for everything. Shabbat Shalom, and I love you all.